Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. My name's Marissa and today I am doing another top 10 video. So this top 10 video is my top 10 favorite heroes. Now, I don't classify heroes as the main characters of story, always, sometimes they are. But there are side characters that are just as much of a hero as the main character, and sometimes, most of the time, the side characters are my favorite characters. They have done some of the bravest, most selfless things in the book, and it just makes me love them so much. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So the first hero that I want to talk about is Hermione Granger, of course from the Harry Potter series. Hermione may not be a traditional kind of hero. She's very bookish, she's very smart, she's very logical, but she figures out things that her male counterparts, have no idea what is going on. She figures out so much for them, and truthfully, both of those boys would have died if it were not for Hermione Granger. So she is one of my favorite badass heroines, and I gotta say that her best moment to me was her punching Draco Malfoy in the face, because she's not usually violent, but when she gets violent, there's something not right. So, yeah. So the next hero that I want to talk about is Karen Murphy from the Dresden Files. She is also a side character in the Dresden Files. She is a lieutenant on the police force that Harry works for, and consequently, like, the only person in his normal life that actually believes that he is a wizard. Everybody else thinks he's like some kind of psychic hack and that he's just like trying to drain money from the police force, but Karen Murphy actually believes him, and she really enjoys working with him for the most part. She gets very, very frustrated with Harry Dresden a lot, but, you know, she still deals with him because he helps her solve crimes. So Karen is like a gun-toting, martial arts knowing badass. She's exceedingly smart. She is great at what she does, and she saves Harry's ass way, way, way more times than he ever saves her. He may solve the crimes, but she kicks the ass. So she is absolutely great. If you guys have not read the Dresden Files, please go pick them up. You will definitely enjoy the characters in that as much as I did. So the next hero I want to talk about is Cinder from the Lunar Chronicles. And the Lunar Chronicles is basically like a sci-fi retelling of fairy tales. Cinder, of course, is Cinderella. And I just love her. I love how badass, take no shit. She's a mechanic. You know, she knows plenty of stuff about fixing things. She's very tomboyish, and, you know, she doesn't take any crap from people. And I just absolutely adore her character. I think she goes above and beyond to save her world and save her friends and save her people, that you just couldn't ask for a better heroine. She doesn't give up. She has tenacity. I love, love, love that about her. So the next hero I want to talk about is Tabby from Codex Alera, and that is also by Jim Butcher. And Tabby is basically born magicless, and he is like the only one in this world who doesn't have any powers, but he still really wants to go to school. So even though he has no powers, he still ends up getting into a magic school. And even though he knows that if it comes out, he's going to be teased and picked on and harassed for not having any powers, he still goes. He still does it. He still does his absolute damnedest to save the world and to protect people, and even though he is powerless. So it makes him such a great character because he starts out with nothing, and he has to scrape and earn every single little thing that he gets, and I absolutely love that about him. So the next hero that I want to talk about is Charles Cornick, and that is from the Alpha and Omega series by Patricia Briggs. Basically, it's a werewolf shifter series. Charles Cornick is an alpha werewolf, and he is like an uber badass. He is like the assassin wolf, but he is so sweet and tender and loving, and just like this gigantic teddy bear who also can murder people and get away with it. Charles does have some innate Native American like witchcraft shaman powers, which make him a lot more powerful than other werewolves, which his father is like the grand master werewolf. So he plays assassin in his father's pack, and I just love Charles. I think his character is so great. He's like the broody, silent type, but he's such a big teddy bear. So just love him. So the next hero that I want to talk about is Scythe from the Arc of the Scythe series, and I love the way that she does things. She just, when she has to glean people, she just goes and does it, gets it out of the way, and then she treats their family with respect. Like, she does her job, but she's not doing it maliciously, and she's such a sweet character, and I just absolutely loved reading about her. I think she did it probably better than a lot of other people did. Yeah, so I really liked how humane she was about the whole process, and how understanding she was about the families of the people that she just had to glean. The next hero that I want to talk about is Emmet from Skyway by Brandon Sanderson. Emmet is the ship. He is like a sentient being ship, and he talks to, oh my god, I forgot what her name is. Anyway, Emmet is basically the sentient spaceship, and he takes care of his friends. He makes sure that his girl is safe. He does everything he can. He is witty, he is funny, and I just absolutely adore him. He just, some of the things that the dialogue that he says in these books is just hilarious. So absolutely cannot wait until the third book in that series comes out, because the first two were so amazing. The next character that I want to talk about is Scarlett, also from the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. And Scarlett is like the Little Red Riding Hood character, but she is a farmer, and her grandma was a farmer, and she is a total badass, like a take no shit, take no prisoners badass, and I just love her. And she ends up basically taming a werewolf. Well, he's not really, he is kind of a werewolf, I don't know. Anyway, she ends up taming Wolf, you know, falling in love with him and whatever, but she is such an alpha female in this series, and I just love her. Sometimes she's a little crass, but you know, that's just her character, and it's cool. That's her. So the next one, and consequently the final one, is Verus, of course, from the Verus series by Benedict Jacka. Again, he is very British. He is a very British dry humor. He's hilarious. I loved listening to the audiobooks for this, and getting to listen to some of the jokes and things. Alex, even though he is not super powerful, he does his damnedest to, you know, do whatever he can to resolve situations and fix things, because he is basically precognitive. He can kind of see what's going to happen in the future, so he really doesn't have like a lot of shoot him up, you know, light him on fire powers unlike Harry Dresden there. But you know, even being not the most powerful wizard, he still fights against the bad guys and tries to do his best for everybody. So I still think that he is a pretty damn good character out of everything. So as I'm editing, I realized that I only had my top 9. For some reason, I missed the iconic Tyrion Lannister, of course, from the Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire. So Tyrion is such a badass. He has such a political mind. He knows strategy. He saves so many people. He helps Daenerys. He helps his sister out. He tries to help Ned Stark. He tries to help the Stark children. I mean, he is just an all-around amazing hero. And honestly, I thought that Tyrion should have been king. But, you know, that's just my personal opinion. So, you know, Tyrion is probably my top, honestly. Top number 1, like, best hero ever, because I just love him. So, anyway, just thought I would add that in here. So, anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching my video. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and I would really love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe my videos. Have a great day.